Have you ever dreamed of a day when people could not only see the stars from Earth, but also live among them? A day when flying to Mars would be as easy as traveling around the world? This seemingly sci-fi fantasy is slowly becoming a reality thanks to one man and his bold dream, Elon Musk. With SpaceX, Musk has not only changed the way we think about space, but has also ushered in a new era where other planets can become our second home. In today's video, we'll explore what the future of aerospace looks like under the hands of this ambitious man. Elon Musk and SpaceX are changing the way humanity views deep space exploration. One of Musk's biggest goals is to send humans to Mars to establish a self-sustaining civilization. This is not just a science fiction dream, but also a concrete plan with a clear roadmap. Mars mission, from dream to reality. Elon Musk believes that Mars is the #1 choice for the long-term survival of humans beyond Earth. With similar orbital times around the Sun, rocky soil structure, and frozen water at the poles, the red planet has become the main target of SpaceX missions. Musk has stated that his ambition is not only to send humans to Mars, but also to build large settlements that can support millions of people living and working there. However, to make this a reality, SpaceX needs to overcome major challenges such as the harshness of cosmic radiation, cold climate, and very low atmospheric pressure of Mars. These problems require close collaboration between scientists, engineers, and governments around the world. A key part of Musk's plan is the Starship spacecraft system, designed to be fully reusable and carry a large amount of cargo along with people. Starship is capable of carrying more than 100 people in a single launch, along with heavy cargo, including equipment needed to build initial infrastructure on Mars. What's special is that Starship is not limited to Mars, but also has the potential to carry out missions to more distant planets, such as Europa, a moon of Jupiter, or Titan, a moon of Saturn. This system is seen as a stepping stone to expand human exploration beyond the solar system. Previously, deep space missions were usually the responsibility of government agencies, such as NASA, ESA, European Space Agency, or Roscosmos, Russian Space Agency. However, SpaceX has broken this barrier, becoming the first private company to conduct missions beyond low Earth orbit. This not only reduces costs, but also opens up opportunities for many private organizations and countries to participate in deep space exploration. Musk believes that humanity needs a plan B in case Earth faces threats such as severe climate change, nuclear war, or even asteroid impacts. Mars is not only a target for migration, but also an opportunity to test and develop advanced technologies, from oxygen regeneration systems, food production on the surface of other planets, to mining resources from Martian ice and minerals. Reusability and cost reduction in space, an unprecedented advance in the space industry before SpaceX. The global space industry relied almost entirely on non-reusable launch systems. Rockets were designed to perform only one mission, then be destroyed or fall into the ocean. This led to extremely high launch costs, making space a limited field, available only to large governments or wealthy organizations. For example, the average cost of a NASA space shuttle launch was $450 million. The emergence of SpaceX changed the approach to rocket launches by focusing on reuse, reducing waste, and improving efficiency. The most important milestone was the Falcon 9, a rocket that could launch satellites and spacecraft into orbit and then return to Earth for a safe landing. The Falcon 9 is designed to be reusable, especially the first stage, the most expensive part of a rocket, which includes the engines and guidance system. Precision landing. SpaceX has developed technology for the Falcon 9's first stage to return and land vertically on a floating platform in the ocean or a fixed platform on the ground. This is an engineering feat that has never been successfully accomplished before. Merlin engine, a reusable engine with high durability, able to withstand the high temperatures and pressures of re-entry into the atmosphere. Advanced flight control system uses AI and computers to track position, velocity, and adjust flight path in real time. Reusing rockets significantly reduces the cost of each launch. The cost of a single launch is now only about $62 million, compared to several hundred million for previous non-reusable rockets. According to SpaceX, each reuse of the first stage saves about 70% of the manufacturing cost. This opens the door for many countries, research organizations, and smaller private companies to access space. SpaceX's success with reuse technology has spurred other organizations to make changes. Jeff Bezos's Blue Origin has developed the reusable New Shepard and New Glenn rockets. Limitations and challenges. While reuse has many benefits, there are also limitations. Limited reusability. The Falcon 9 can be reused about 10 times before needing major repairs, which is not yet fully optimized. Technical risks. Landing and reusing a rocket requires very complex technology with a high risk of failure, especially during initial tests. Maintenance costs. While reuse saves on launch costs, it is also expensive to inspect and maintain components after each use. Commercial space tourism. Breakthroughs and challenges. Space tourism was once considered a luxury, reserved for wealthy explorers or organized by government space agencies. However, the participation of private companies, especially SpaceX, has changed the whole game. SpaceX, with Elon Musk's vision, is turning space tourism into a real commercial industry, promising to send people into space at lower costs and with high reusability. SpaceX's Inspiration 4 mission in 2021 is the clearest proof. This is the first flight conducted entirely by civilians, without the presence of professional astronauts. The success of this mission not only marks a technological advance, but also opens the door to popularizing space tourism in the future. One of the important factors that helps SpaceX lead in the field of space tourism is the ability to completely reuse rockets. Starship, which is currently being tested, could carry hundreds of passengers per flight at a much lower cost than before. Elon Musk has set a goal of reducing the cost to hundreds of thousands of dollars per flight, a figure that is unimaginable compared to the millions of dollars for traditional space missions. SpaceX is developing a wide range of customer experiences, from short-duration flights in Earth orbit to long-duration missions, such as traveling around the Moon or even traveling to Mars. These flights will not only provide a weightless experience, but also open up the possibility of seeing extraterrestrial landscapes firsthand. Global Internet Project via Starlink, SpaceX's satellite internet project, is one of Elon Musk's most important initiatives to revolutionize global internet connectivity. The core goal of Starlink is to build a network of tens of thousands of low-orbit satellites to provide high-speed, low-latency internet to every corner of the Earth, especially remote and isolated areas where traditional infrastructure is difficult or impossible to reach. This will not only change the way we connect, but also reshape the digital economy and the industries that rely on the internet. Unlike traditional satellite internet services that use satellites in geostationary orbit, Starlink's approach focuses on deploying satellites in low orbit, just 340 to 1,200 kilometers above the Earth's surface. This significantly reduces latency compared to older systems, making applications such as online meetings, gaming, and activities that require real-time responses more feasible. At the same time, thanks to focused beam technology, each satellite can provide high-quality signals over a large area, ensuring impressive download and upload speeds, even in areas without traditional connectivity. The potential benefits of Starlink may outweigh the current challenges, especially as SpaceX is actively collaborating with scientific institutions and developing technical solutions to minimize negative impacts. Elon Musk's vision for Starlink extends beyond Earth, as the system could become the telecommunications infrastructure for missions to Mars and other planets. With continued expansion and improvement, Starlink promises to not only change the way people connect, but also shape the future of the entire space and telecommunications industry. The ability to colonize other planets is one of the boldest goals pursued by Elon Musk and SpaceX. This is not just a fantasy, but a long-term strategy to ensure the survival of humanity in the face of global threats such as nuclear war, asteroid impacts, extreme climate change, or even the depletion of Earth's resources. Elon Musk believes that making humans a part of multi-planetary species is the only way to sustain our lives in the face of these threats. Mars was chosen as a strategic destination, not only because of its relative proximity to Earth, but also because of its basic similarities. Mars has a similar day cycle, 24.6 hours, a polar ice cap containing water, and a thin but CO2-rich atmosphere, which would be suitable for photosynthesis if humans were able to build closed ecosystems. However, the harsh conditions of negative 63 degrees Celsius average temperature, strong cosmic radiation, and extremely low atmospheric pressure pose enormous engineering and biological challenges. To overcome these barriers, SpaceX has focused on developing Starship, a fully reusable launch system capable of carrying hundreds of people and tens of tons of cargo in a single flight. Starship not only significantly reduces transportation costs, but also has the ability to be reused on the surface of another planet. Thanks to the Raptor engine system using methalox, methane and oxygen, fuels that can be produced from resources available on Mars. The ability to produce fuel in situ resource utilization, is key to sustaining interplanetary travel without being completely dependent on supplies from Earth. Another important factor is psychological and social. Living on a distant planet with harsh conditions puts great pressure on people's mental and social interactions. Musk has emphasized that it is not just about sending people to another planet, but also ensuring that they can live and work sustainably, integrating into a new community. This requires a vision that is not only technical, but also philosophical in building society. While SpaceX's initial steps offer great hope, there are still many challenges that no single company or country can solve alone. Interplanetary settlement efforts will require international cooperation, massive resources, and consensus on ethical and legal norms in space. But it is the boldness and realism of Elon Musk's plans that have propelled the global space industry into a new era, with the goal of not only exploring, but also colonizing other planets. Settling on Mars may no longer be a distant dream, but a real possibility in the coming decades, laying the foundation for a future where humanity is no longer completely dependent on Earth. International competition and cooperation. SpaceX has broken the monopoly of national space agencies such as NASA, ESA, and Roscosmos by providing low-cost space solutions, forcing them to innovate to maintain their position. NASA has partnered with SpaceX through major contracts to take advantage of advanced technology and reduce costs, but this has also reduced the influence of traditional agencies. SpaceX also competes fiercely with other private companies, especially Blue Origin, on major projects like the Artemis program, reflecting a shift from technological competition to a struggle for power and economics in the industry. Elon Musk is shaping a bold aerospace future where space exploration and settlement become a reality. With SpaceX's great strides, humanity is not only dreaming of Mars, but also aiming to change the way we live and connect. Are we ready to face the opportunities and challenges that this new space era brings? Will the future of space be just a dream or a major turning point for all of humanity? Leave your comments below so we can discuss. Goodbye and see you again.